Today's video is what this channel is all about. We took a card that is widely perceived as pure jank and we tried to build an entire deck around it to make it competitive on the ladder. And I think we did a pretty darn good job. That's right, guys. Today we're playing a card that a lot of people consider very, very janky, and I completely understand why, but it's a card I know a lot of you guys in my personal community love. We're talking about Encroaching Mycosynth, a card that turns all of your permanents, including the ones in your hand, in your graveyard, everywhere, into artifacts as well as their normal stats, which is pretty cool. But it's basically a 4 mana do nothing for a turn, which makes it a little janky. But if you can, if you can get this down and get rolling here, this deck is insane because we've got some really crazy cascading effects like the Purity Overseer, which can spit out a golem when it enters the battlefield, and will spit out a golem every single time 3 artifacts enter the battlefield, which is not hard to do here in today's video because everything is an artifact. And because everything's an artifact, we got interesting draw spells like Tamiya's Logbook, which can tap for 1 mana once you get late into the game, because this is 1 less to activate for every artifact you control. So you tap this for 1, you draw a card, extra card every turn, you then plus Teferi on tapping it and drawing another card. You stack a few of these, you're gonna have endless card draw. Not to mention we have a ton of ways to go wide, getting even more tokens, more artifacts on the field with like Wedding Announcement. Vendor creates these auras, by the way, which are also going to be artifacts. It's silly what this deck can do once it gets going, but it's a lot of fun. I'll just jump into it. I think you guys get the gist of it, and I hope you guys enjoy. If you are new here, we do post videos just like this 5 days a week, so if you enjoy content like this, if you wouldn't mind liking and subscribing, I'd really appreciate it. With that being said though, enjoy the video. All right, Mycosynth is on the way, baby. Let's go. Artifacts today. Everything's an artifact thanks to Mycosynth, but opening hand here looks really good. I think we can play with this one pretty well, and we're up against maybe mono black. I don't know. Probably best, based on the sleeves that I'm seeing here and whatnot. The opponent has something at instant speed though. What is it that they have here? Ah, I see. I was so lost there. I was like, what could be an instant speed for 1 mana here with nothing on the board? That makes sense. All right, so this is probably going out there just to die, but we gotta get some cards out of their hand somehow, right? So Gala Greeters, go eat that cut down for us. Okay, still alive. Didn't expect that. Do they play out? Okay, no, they go Celestis. All right, so they're working up to something a little bit bigger here with some mana ramp, and they do want to play off the graveyard. So my biggest guess there would be, obviously the Virtue of Persistence. Do we go for a treasure here, or do we go for power? I think I'm gonna go for a treasure. I think mana ramp is always gonna be more important than almost anything this early on in a game. Unless you're going against mono red, then you take the 2 life, of course. If they have the Virtue of Persistence though, I would imagine they're gonna pull the trigger on it to kill the Gala Greeters now. Shieldred. Okay, that's something that we wanted to counter, but maybe we can bounce it later and counter it then. We'll see. With all this extra life gain from Gala Greeters, that might be enough to keep us going here. We'll see. But I do think I want to bounce this eventually and counter it. I don't know. I'm gonna pass the turn, I think, here and get another treasure so we can really work with, what we got here. I did just play another mono black deck last game and they played a Quandary, believe it or not. So I'm gonna hold my Disruption Protocol as an option here. We'll see what happens. Okay, so they're clearly playing Ashiok here. Are we going to see a Staff of Completion coming down on this turn? I'm not sure. It's a 3 mana spell. No, just a Poisoner. That's fine. If that's the case, maybe I pull the trigger on the Soaring City now to... Ooh, they gained 5 life there? When did that happen? Oh, they gained some life off of this and the slut. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna send this back though. Return to sender here. I still hope for a land here because I'd like to be able to counter the Shieldred. And I'd like to get down like the Mycosynth potentially. All right, there's a land. So Mycosynth can come down and we can counter the Shieldred. I love it. All right, all the setup's been done. All the setup is completed and I'm feeling very, very good about our stance here. So I'm going to pass the turn, get that extra 1/1. They get pumped. We counter the Shieldred and then we go with things like the Purity and the Gala and we just start popping off. Obviously the top decks need to still be, you know, somewhat good here. Maybe we can get like, you know, our draw spell going. Hopefully. We can allow that actually. Not what I expected them to play, but we can allow it. I think the completion is fine. I need to save my protocol for either the Shieldreds or the Ashioks. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. This makes things tough because I'd really, really like to get the Gala Greeters down, right? With the Overseer, which would then trigger the Overseer's ability again. But the Boseiju wouldn't be playable on the staff because I'd have to play it in order to hold protocol open as a potential counterspell, which I think is fine. So giving them the Staff of Completion isn't ideal, but at least they're going to be taking damage for it. Yeah, that's tough. That's tough. But we counter Shieldred, we're good to go. We're gonna get all 3 triggers on the Gala Greeters here, which is why I chose the 1/1 counters there. Send the whole crew here. Let's start putting some damage on the opponent, putting some pressure. And now that everything is considered a, you know, artifact, the Overseer is going to be spitting out these golems like no one's business. All right, so they're at 19. They draw this card. They drop down a Graveyard Trespasser. Still struggling to hit their land. No, they find it. They do find it. And I would hope Shieldred tries to come down here. Or that. I mean, that's cool too. I'll take it. Let's see. Tap an artifact. Everything's an artifact, so tap like so. We counter the Ashiok. Now they can't use the Staff of Completion the way they'd like. Still having to take damage for it. All right, we do need some help though. A logbook would go a very long way. Oh, that's pretty good too. I do want a Tamiyo's logbook though with like a Teferi would be nice. All right, let's just keep the pressure on, man. Keep the pressure high. All right, so the opponent looks to gain 3 life, but lets me keep all of my creatures intact, which is really good for us. Because if we counter the, you know, play next turn, whether it be an Ashiok or a Shieldred, we should be able to just close the game out here with 1 final attack. So I like my chances here. I like them. Should be a pretty good first game. Without any card advantage, though, things were a bit tough here. Again, the logbook would have been phenomenal. Teferi, those 2 cards together are really, really nice. And that'll do it. GG's. GG's. We should see Ozzy's head explode here, unfortunately. Sorry, Ozzy. Good game. It was a great top deck on our end. You know, even if they got the 1/1s there, we run them over and probably kill Ashiok. So, pretty good game for us there. Love it. All right, I'm super happy we were able to get that W there. I mean, it went pretty smooth, but really finding the Mycosynth in the opening hand was, you know, the best part. Again, we have it here, so I'm going to keep this because I don't know if you guys know this, but the Mycosynth really kind of, you know, glues this deck together. So not having it and trying to find it, it's pretty tough sometimes, and it can cause for some issues. So it's nice that we were able to have it in that opening hand there. The opponent probably a Golgari player, and they're looking to do the Obliterator fighting mechanic thing. We'll see. So far just mono green though. Mono green. All right, let's get down the wedding announcement into Mycosynth, and then we've got ourselves a really good logbook going forward. Counterspell, we might need to, you know, really think about using that pretty soon because the opponent's going to be able to play a 7-drop in no time. Yep, there goes another ramp spell. Yeah, here comes the big hitting spells coming out in the next couple of turns. So not having an extra blue though makes this impossible, unfortunately. So we do have to just keep doing our plan, stay the course, and hope that their next big 7-drop isn't, you know, something absolutely game-ending. If it's Titan of Industry, they blow up our Mycosynth, this game is just over. That's a pretty nutty start they had. I think we can manage that. I don't love it, but I think we can manage it. There's a counterspell. Do we go draw spell or do we go wedding announcements? I don't know. I think I'm gonna go wedding announcement here. And then I'm just gonna pass the turn and look to maybe counter. Try to get some extra bodies on the field here. All right, this is gonna be tough to navigate, man. Them hitting the, you know, the 7-drops by turn 3 and 4 are just next level powerful. So we got some treacherous waters we're looking to navigate here, but that's definitely gonna be the counter. Thank goodness we had that option. All right, we got to find some life gain. Maybe a Gallic Greeters would be really nice. Look to gain some life. Teferi would be amazing because I have the logbook. That could be really good. I wish Teferi's tapping ability, when we tapped an opponent's creature, they stayed tapped for the following turn. I mean, that would be super overpowered, but, you know. Yes, please. I'm glad they focused so much of their forces on that because it gives me one more turn to kind of work around some stuff here. So not bad. All right, we draw a card for 1 mana. Okay, this does blow up this, but that's not that good. I think I'd rather get the vendor down this turn and then another body here. All right, what are we looking for? Life gain, like I said, life gain triggers like Gallic Greeters or Teferi would be great. We have the logbook down now, so we're getting an extra card every turn. We'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens. I think I'm gonna actually give them this. This is the first amount of damage we're gonna be taking, but it's a lot. I mean, it's 13. It is 13. Maybe we just block here. I don't know. I don't really feel like losing 2 creatures here, though. I guess we'll take it, because this is going to flip next turn. It's going to make them a lot more powerful. We'll see what happens, man. We'll see. The land, that's good. That's good. That's really good. Okay, so they're struggling to hit anything relevant as well. They've got nothing but lands. Kind of like us. Great. Let's go with yes on this. We pump this. And if they're willing to make the trade, I will make the trade. I do need to get this scry off because I need to hit something, and that's really good that I scryed because a land would have been terrible. All right, cool. They trade. We get a bunch of 3/3s now, so we have fantastic blocks against these triplets, but it all comes down to what they top deck here. It's this is it. How good is their top deck? I'll take it. I'll take it. We stop them in their tracks. Why though? Come on. Please, anything but a land. We win this game so easily if we just draw anything. Unbelievable. I mean, I'll take it. That's something. That is something, but unfortunately we didn't get another artifact in this turn, so it's not going to give us another body. Unbelievable, man. These draws have been just gross. Oh my god, they give up. Thank god. Their draws obviously equally as bad as ours. I think us hitting the counterspell on that Bramble, that 7-mana Bramble, is really what saved us this game. And I feel bad for them because, you know, obviously they weren't able to play anything, but let's be real, the shoe was on both feet here. I mean, both of us were getting absolutely mana flooded there, so oh, thank goodness. That game was stressful, I will tell you. That game was stressful. We get another game with another Mycosynth in hand, which is unheard of at this point, hitting 3 in a row. But man, I'm still just like over the moon on that last game that we won that, because it was just, I thought for sure we were toast. I thought we were getting trolled and it was going to be over in a flash, but thank goodness. This is actually really good. The Teething Wormlet mixed with the Mycosynth, you're about to see just how bananas that combination can be, especially with us rolling so good here already at the start. All right, we are up against Jeskai, and there was a priority stop hold there. What could that mean for us? I feel like if it was a counter spell, Wedding Announcement is something you almost certainly want to counter, right? Like, now I feel like I don't know. Do I just not play the Mycosynth? I don't know. Do I also want to get another 1-1 out of the deal? Or do I want to draw? Maybe I want to do... I just don't want to get countered, man. I don't want to lose the Mycosynth. Maybe I want to do this, and then play another Wedding Announcement. Seems pretty good. Certainly, if they had a counter, they would counter the second one, right? I don't know. I don't know, man. All right, Mycosynth into Wormlet. And it really doesn't matter the order I do that in, because once the Wormlet comes down, it's going to trigger itself, or I play the Wormlet and then the Mycosynth is going to trigger it. So one of those two things is going to happen. Either way, we get the 1-1 counter. Nice, it lands. And I do actually want to draw some cards here. I'm going to draw 2, so I'm going to go for the attack. Do a little scry before we draw. Oh my god, that's a good card. Yes, please. Yes, please. And it's a fairy. My goodness. Okay, we're cooking. We are cooking with gasoline, baby. Burn down the house. Why not? Why not? All right, all right, all right, all right. Teferi plus, and then play Gala. What if it's another burn down the house? Maybe we just want to get the minus with the Teferi in right away. I don't know. Nah, I'm gonna gamble on it. I have another Teferi, so I'm gonna gamble on Teferi surviving this. Get in there, Gala. We need some more treasures. Okay, here we go. We got a good couple of minuses on the Teferi here. Hopefully it stays around for a while. This is obviously a bombardment deck. I've got no doubts about that. They double up on something here. Big score, okay. A lot of treasures. Yikes. Yikes, yikes, yikes. A lot of treasures. All right, is it bombardment time? No, Sunset Revelry, okay. Okay. Let's minus the Teferi here. Hopefully we get a logbook. That'd be really helpful. No logbook. A couple of really good options here though, man. I'll take any of these really, but I think the Wedding Announcement provides the most value, right? They're gonna block. If I play this, they're gonna block regardless, right? So like, let's just attack in here. Doesn't matter how this goes down, they're blocking. Okay. They leave one back here to attack Teferi. I guess that's... I really want to minus Teferi next turn, so maybe it is this. Yeah, I'm going to play this so I can block the 1-1. I didn't expect them not to block there. It's kind of odd. So I guess we'll do this. We did lose out on a little bit of power there, but I feel like if I would have played the Urza pre-combat, they definitely would have blocked because they don't want to be taking, you know, 5 or 10 damage, you know what I mean? So we lost a little bit there. Oh, Syncopate. Okay, that's huge. We got them to eat up all of their treasures. I'll take that. I'll take that. Okay, another big score. Oh, third path. A lot of life gain here. Okay. Sheesh. Okay, okay. It's pretty solid. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. That's pretty solid. Counter spells are still absolutely on the table here. Syncopate seems to be the counter spell of choice here, though. What do we do? I think we go here. And we go here. Sorry, I'm thinking hard about this one, so I'm just trying to decide what I want to do. I think this is the right call, though. The opponent being able to play out, you know, those burn spells like burn down the house could be pretty bad for us, but I think we'll be okay now that we've got 2 creatures above, or 3 creatures above the threshold. Yeah, I like my chances here. You know what though? They are running white, and we haven't seen a sunfall yet, so that's a strong possibility too, isn't it? Okay, it's not a sunfall. Definitely not a sunfall. What is it? For 2 mana? Oh, GG's. Okay, I guess it's GG's. All right, no sunfall. Thank goodness. I started thinking about it after everything started hitting the battlefield. I'm like, wait, I was leaning towards the burn down the house play, and we're good on that, but the more I thought about it, I'm like, it's probably actually sunfall. And I actually forgot to consider too that the galvanic iteration could have hit and the burn down the house could come down, which would have been really bad, but we still would have been left with our artifacts and a pretty solid hand. So anyways, GG. All right, so let's get it, man. Opening hand here, definitely not as good as the other ones because we don't have the mycosynth, but I do have the wormlet on 1. You know what? I think this is gonna have to be a mulligan, believe it or not. I have the turn 1 and then a turn 3 counter. I don't know, maybe not. The mana looks good. I think it'd be kind of silly to not keep this, because if I mulligan this, I may end up really regretting the next hand that I get here. So let's stick to the wormlet and the turn 3 protocol. Mono red. Okay, glad we have the wormlet, but need some ways to generate artifacts. Otherwise, the life gain is irrelevant. All right, we don't choose to block. Not with the wormlet. Too much life gain potential against mono red. Oh, is it? Is it actually? Is it? Oh man, my wrist is busted up right now, man. It hurts so bad. Okay, let's attack. Dang it, they don't bite. They don't bite. I was looking to counter that, or not counter that, to blow it up with the Seed of the Empire. Instant search spell creature you control get 1/0 and trample. That's not good. We allow the Swift Spear, that's not a problem. Say goodbye to that. Hasta luego. Don't know if we can win this. The draws have been pretty lackluster right now, so I don't see us digging out of this. Plus they may have something here to pump this up. We'll see. That's not good. That's not good. That takes away a huge source for us of potentially winning this game, and we lose 6 life here. Big yikes. Yeah, I think we've only drawn lands this entire game so far, so that's fun. I should have taken a mulligan. It was probably going to be worse than the hand we got, and there was probably no winning this one, but I mean, the hand was good. It just 4 lands and then you draw into 3 more. Feels bad, man. The good news is we have the ability to bounce one of the Swift Spears back to their hand next turn if they want to go with like a monstrous rage play. And then we also will still be able to play the corrupted, the disruption protocol, I think. Let me see here. So we got 2 mana, 3, and then... No, I think it's one or the other. Man, those spites are coming in clutch right now, aren't they? Okay, bummer. All right, we don't have the same options we had last time. I think I gotta go here, unfortunately, and just pump it. Or do we? No, we can decline this because we have a really good block here, and then we can counter whatever. But then they still get the prowess though, which would kill this. I still think that's the play though, unfortunately. All right, I think I'm going to allow it. Gosh, I don't know. No, I have to block. What an awkward couple of turns here, huh? It's a card. It is a card. And it's not a land, so I can't be too upset about it, but it's not even near what we need. I don't even know what we could have drawn here, to be honest. We're too far behind. Too many lands early on. Sure. Gotta try. Oh, never mind. I forgot this pumps these guys up too. I thought these guys were going to 2/3s, but I forgot they actually get that additional pump from the battle mage. So it didn't matter. We were screwed. Absolutely screwed, mate. Absolutely screwed, mate. Okay, this hand, pretty good. Pretty good. Don't have any blue mana, but you know what? I think we can navigate out of that. And we do draw a blue land. That's good. Perpetually is stuck in 90%, but you know what? I have a plan tomorrow to get us out of that. I have a try hard build we're going to be doing tomorrow that I think will get us out of 90% pretty easily. Gonna play a little try hard tomorrow, and then I don't know what after that. I don't have the last two decks planned yet, but I have some ideas that are still kind of in the trial periods and they're not doing great, but hopefully we can dial them in because they're really cool ideas. But if you're watching this one, thank you. Appreciate it very much. I appreciate you guys watching my videos. It always means a lot to me that you guys are, you know, excited and willing to click on these videos and watch some magic, man. Cannot believe sometimes that there are people out there who support me the way that you guys do. Okay, well, they clearly aren't going to block because they need a token to copy with the 3 blind mice. I'm not going to create a aura here because I want to play the wedding announcement. And that's the turn. All right, the mana looks good. We got 2 blue sources, so we can look to counter if we want to going forward, and then maybe just do the aura and then look to scry into hopefully a mycosynth. That would be the most ideal scenario. What is this? Tranquil Frillback. It's a 3/3, destroy artifact, exile target player's graveyard. Oh, I know what this is. Okay. I hate when things look different. It really throws me for a loop. Okay. Why didn't they? Oh, they didn't have the mana. Okay. It's enchantment only or artifacts too? Yeah, artifacts. Okay. Sorry, just trying to dial in what's going on here. I don't love that they had that though, because that means they may have another. Mycosynth off the top, by the way, absolutely bananas. So good. This is only, I gotta reread this a bunch of times because I just want to make sure I really understand this. So I can pay the mana when it enters the battlefield, but it doesn't actually get any sort of extra abilities of just attacking into us here. So anything that can destroy artifacts and enchantments makes me very nervous. So I gotta make sure I really tiptoe around playing against that card well. Don't want to screw that up. Could cost us the whole game. All right, I think I want to go. Yeah, I'm gonna go Gallic Readers here. Okay. I'm gonna pay for this. I'm gonna be very intentional and specific about the mana we choose to pay this with. Attacking in with the vendor is the only thing I'm having a a difficult time deciding if I want to do. I feel like if I attack in with the vendor, they're going to triple block potentially on us here. So I think I'm actually going to attach this to a 1/1. Because I'd rather make that exchange every day of the week. Fading Hope. Is this the time to hit the counter spell? Is this the time really to hit the counter spell? I just don't know. Nah. Nah, we could do better. We can do a lot better than that. Let them have the Fading Hope. Let them get the Scry. Let's see if they go at the top here. If they go to the top, we know it's a land. They need lands more than anything right now. All right. And no attacks. Get another 1/1 here. Probably going to go with the treasure. I know I lean into the treasure quite a bit here, but you can never go wrong with mana, man. Because, I mean, clearly look at them. They are struggling to hit mana, and look what's happening. It'll be nice to have this counter available to us too. Just makes me feel very confident that, you know, our current board state's not going anywhere. No nonsense is coming our way. There may be nonsense coming our way, but we're going to be able to deal with it. I see why it took them so long to keep the top card there. It was a Mishra's Foundry, and that doesn't provide any colors for them, and clearly they need specific colors like green and whatnot. All right, you can have the rest of that. Believe it or not, I don't really mind taking too much damage here because we have the Gala Greeters. Gets us right back into the game with all of the extra life gain. If it's a Seed of the Empire, that'd be wild. See, now that maybe, yeah, I think I maybe counter that one. Okay. Something to consider too is that Blast Zone being out there. That can be a serious issue for us if they choose 4. I think they're more inclined to choose like a 3 or 2, but if they blow up the Mycosynth, I don't know if they know how powerful that card is for us and how much of a glue card that is for us. So we'll see what they choose on those Blast Zones. Hopefully they do it for 1 and they maybe think that it gets rid of all the tokens. I've seen people do that. That's not how that works. Tokens are actually completely clear of any nonsense from Blast Zone, so. All right, let's go here. And do I implement it right away and hope we hit a land drop, or do we play the wedding announcement? It's actually a tough decision. I think I wait. I think I wait to draw cards. I don't know. No attacks. Here comes another token. How about a treasure? And we're getting there, man. We're getting there. We got the logbook down now. We just gotta again hope that Blast Zone doesn't start ticking up, because if they choose 3 or 4, we might be in a world of hurt. So hopefully we can close the game out by then. All right, logbook for 1. Logbook is ridiculous, man. It's so good to draw a card for 1 every single turn. It's actually wild. All right, here we go. Now we can start throwing some attacks at the opponent here, and they look to tick the Blast Zone up to 3. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, they go to 2. I think that's all they can do this turn, which is good. Maybe buys me 1 more turn here. Come on, give me something good. That is not good. Even scrying away a land here, I'm happy with that. All right, come on, come on, come on. Give me something off the top of my deck next turn. Something really good. I mean, an Urza would be amazing, and then just pump everything and then just try to close out the game. That'd be nice. I don't think it'd be quite enough damage, but you never know. All right, good. Any chance they don't pump their Blast Zone, I'm happy with that. They don't have any green mana, so if they bring back that creature, that 3/3, we're fine. Oh, they're doing infinite blind mice. That's pretty good. That's gonna take a minute or two to get going here though, so I gotta try to close here. Come on. Give me something good. A land is so unfortunate there. Unbelievable. Okay, it is what it is. Infinite blind mice. Here we go. All right, let's get these all in and see what happens. They got me stressed out right now, man. But the more mice we can take down, the better. All right, so again, infinite blind mice is online, but it's gonna take a minute or two to get rolling here. We get 2 cards. Gala Greeters is nice. And the blast zone isn't going to be able to blow up anything for 3 this turn. It can pump up to 3, but can't blow everything up. So as long as there's no like sweepers here, I'm sure it's going to be a sweeper though. They have double white now, which they haven't had access to this whole time. So Sunfall might be in our future. Okay, no Sunfall. Hold on. Hold. Nobody freak out. Nobody freak out. Okay, that's really good. What happens when I bring it down? Honestly, if it gets countered, sure. Sure. Hold. Nobody freak out. Stay calm. Shoot, maybe I should have played the Gala Greeters here to pump up the Wormlet one more time. I don't know. I feel like there's some trickery here that I'm not seeing. I don't know. By the way, Endless Detour, a really cool card. Nobody plays it, so I'm always really happy to see people trying new things like that. Things people aren't doing. I think we got them. I think they're going to rope us the rest of the way because, you know, people are classy like that, but let's see. All right, looks like the opponent's a class act and they take us all the way down to 0 on the rope, and that is what it is, man. Tough, man. Unreal. GG. That's gonna do it for me today, guys. We'll be back again here tomorrow with another video for you, and I know today was a little bit more jank, but tomorrow is gonna be for more of the try-hard players. We've got a really sweet humans list, and this is my go-to. This thing goes fast, furious, and it is very, very consistent with a high win rate. I think you guys are going to enjoy. But today's deck, man, so much fun. Mycosynth, one of my favorite cards. Not a lot to say about it other than you gotta hope you have one in your hand or you find one on the battlefield, because it changes your deck from either you know, a somewhat competitive build to a very, very good deck, depending on if that Mycosynth is on the field. So anyways, that's all I really have to say about it. I hope you enjoyed, man. Thank you so much for making it to the very end, and a huge shout out lastly goes to the Marty Mob. If you guys aren't aware, the Marty Mob is the membership program on this channel. These people help support me monetarily every month, so gotta give my love back and appreciation to let them know thank you so much. I appreciate you, and thank you for all of your support. Until next time, guys, peace out.
Hit him 3 times like a hat trick. The name is Fizzy, no Patrick. If you play him, then it's tragic. Hit him with the Mythic, yeah, that's magic. MTG, that's what you'll see if you like and subscribe. Where's the upload, man? Man, all of the time. Coming with the best decks, this is the meta. This ain't cheap, yeah.